I grew up in a Christian home, and then in my upper teens, I sort of didn't care about all that stuff anymore, and I just kind of turned my back on God, and just lived a sinful life. My name's Justin. We live in Franklin County, Tennessee, and we own a small poultry operation, and then also own Freedom dumpster company. We love camping and hiking stuff, outdoor stuff. Anything to do with nature, we like it. And also like to disc golf with friends, so I find that enjoyable. Pauline and I have our parents to Hazel, and we have number 2 on the way. I grew up in a Christian home, and then just kind of turned my back on God, just lived a sinful life. After a few years, I started becoming really convicted. I started cleaning up my life, and on the outside I did clean it up somewhat, but inside I was always struggled with like assurance of salvation and knowing if I was saved, and also peace. I never really felt at peace very much. Sometimes maybe if I went to church I was at peace. I did all the things. I went to church every Sunday. I cut back on drinking. Also tried to read my Bible, but it didn't come very easy. So I read my Bible, maybe a couple times a month. I had an experience where I was reading in Matthew 28 verses 19 and 20, I believe, where it says, and I don't know why it was this verse, but it says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations." And it was like Jesus was speaking directly to me, and I know He was calling me at that point to back to Him. And I realized I was doing things on, trying to do them on my own. So I surrendered everything at that very moment. I surrendered everything to Him. I cried out to God. I got baptized. Since then, everything was different. Like Bible reading came, instead of reading it once or twice a month. That's my favorite time of the day now. Going to church on Sunday isn't anymore where I experience Him. The only place I experience Him, I experience Him in different places. Instead of praying when I only, every time I need Him, I pray. I see His hand in everything, and I thank Him for things, instead of just asking for His help everywhere. I think most of all, like, assurance of salvation is something I really don't. I know I'm saved now, and I don't struggle with that anymore, because I know it's not what I do, it's what He did for me. And knowing that, I owe everything to Him now. I owe my whole life to Him, because He gave His life for me while I was still a sinner. So that's like the biggest thing now for me that I understand is it's not what I can do or anything that I can do, it's what Jesus did. Until you have a child, you don't really realize how much God loves you. When you think of Him loving you as you love your child, it's yeah. My wife and I, we were dating at the time. We met Matt and Caitlin when they came here to Tennessee. So it was a click right away. We enjoyed them, and I grew to respect Matt as a brother. When we heard that Pastor Matt started Crosspoint, we were all ears, of course, right away, and we came to check it out. And at that time, we were looking for a home church. After some time, we felt that's where God wanted us to. What we love there is just close-knit community, obviously, and we like the outreach that they're trying to do and the difference they're trying to make into a home. We like the community aspect of it, and that really binds us all together. So Christ in community, that's the point.